Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. It's Ben Joya from InfluenceWithAHeart.com here with Chris O'Byrne from Jet Launch Publishing, and super excited because we're actually going to say something about podcasts and books, as a matter of fact. I have a new event coming up, co-hosted with Donna Cundy of the IBGR Network. It's called the Podcast and Book Roadmap, and I want to talk a little bit about that today to you and also with Chris, because this is, as the name implies, the podcast and book roadmap. So some parts of the book that you're going to be learning on the weekend, it is a free event at podcastandbook.com, is the stuff that our friend here, Chris O'Byrne, is going to be teaching, right? And the reason why Chris O'Byrne is here is because he's the CEO and founder and owner of Jet Launch Publications, Jet Launch Publishing, and publisher of more than 12,000 titles at this point. So Chris knows publishing things. And Chris, what are the important things that you're going to be teaching that people are going to be discovering, and why the heck should they come to the podcast and book roadmap June 16th and 17th?
Yeah, so the big one is some people think they sort of understand traditional publishing, self-publishing, what all that means. So we're going to really open up the veil and look at what is traditional publishing really, what is self-publishing, what is hybrid publishing, and how do you know which one of those to choose in which circumstances. So we're going to really focus in on that as one of them. The second thing we're going to be looking at is, why you should or shouldn't be doing all of this on your own. What parts can you do on your own? What parts should you hire someone else out to do? And I think some people are going to be a little surprised at what the answers to those are. And I believe we also talk about partnerships and partnering and kind of what you're doing with your book afterward, and why those pieces in the beginning are so important to what comes afterward, so that you're just not left with a book and nothing to do, and you don't know how to use it. You don't know how to leverage that book. And so those are kind of the three big things that I'm talking about on the event, which I'm super excited about, by the way.
Nice. I'm super excited too. Yeah, not just a book that you don't know what to do with, but 1,000 copies of a book maybe sitting in your garage, right? So you don't want that to happen. None of us want that to happen. Come to podcastandbook.com, to the Podcast and Book Roadmap, with myself, with Chris, with Declan Oseguera, with Donna Cundy, and get your roadmap for essentially how to be a global thought leader in 6 to 9 months, and in a way that's strategic and relevant for your business, for the impact you want to make and the income you want to attract. So Chris, thank you so much for being here again. Any last words before we wrap it up?
Yeah, one more thing I'm going to talk about is how to make your book your golden ticket to getting on other people's podcasts. So stay tuned for that one.
I'd like to see that. Thank you, Chris. All right. Yeah. So awesome. Again, thank you all very much. Ben Joya, InfluenceWithAHeart.com. Chris O'Byrne, Jet Launch. We will see you again soon. Cheers.